What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just finished watching episode 8 of She-Hulk. Before I get into this video, just a reminder that my reaction to this is going to be under my YouTube memberships, as well as all of the other reactions to the show, to Dragon Ball, Naruto, House of the Dragon. You guys have got to become a member if you want to see my reaction to these videos. I've got 2 levels on my memberships. One of them is for $2.99. You're going to get priority replies from me, special polls, and you're going to get live streams with me. Level 2 is for $4.99. You're going to get everything that level 1 has. Plus, you're going to get all of my reactions to all of these shows, any movies that I watch, and all of my uncut Try Not to Laughs. So go over there and check that out. Thank you guys for those of you who have become members. Now, I like this episode. But I had a couple of moments where I was just like, okay, like I was kind of waiting for it to be over, but not really. But anyway, in this episode, we see that she is still dealing with the guy that's making her clothes. Apparently, he gets called to go to court because this guy named Leapfrog has some type of malfunction with his suit. Who knows who Leapfrog is? But anyway, and of course, they're in court at this point, and when they're waiting for the designer's lawyer to come in, it is Daredevil. So he comes in and they're talking and they get everything dismissed because Leapfrog put jet fuel in his suit or whatever. So anyway, after all of that, we see that Jen is at a bar. Daredevil shows up. They're having a conversation. She gets a message, or she gets a call, and so does he. I don't know where he goes at this point, but for her, it's that creepy guy that she supposedly went on like one date with, and he seems to be obsessed with her. He's just really creepy all the way around. But anyway, so he makes it seem like this is big emergency, and she goes to meet up with him, suit and all, and he wants to tell her about some spear that he got from Wakanda. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So eventually she figures out that he's just trying to like get close to her. Anyway, outside of that, so then she gets home, she gets a phone call from Leapfrog, who is on the run, making his way to Lilypad, whereas I guess that's his warehouse or whatever. So she gets called over there. Meanwhile, when she gets there, Daredevil shows up too. So she's like, well, wait a minute, what the hell's going on? So they get the fighting, and all of a sudden she grabs him up after doing all this stuff, and she realizes that it's him. It's the lawyer. And she's just like, are you really actually blind or not? So he says he is. But now they both got to go and rescue both of their clients because apparently Leapfrog kidnapped the designer. So now the designer has had it up to here with him because we see him in this warehouse and he's making his outfit and he is just absolutely over it. But now they go in there, they're trying to figure out a plan. So when he go in, I kind of like the fight scene that happened after this when Daredevil went in and he was fighting. I feel like I wanted to see more of that. I feel like it should have been more, maybe even better. See, I don't know much about Daredevil to know whether or not they did a good job with him. And I know that you guys are going to let me know in the comment section down below. But I like the fight scene, especially when She-Hulk came in. Both of them combined did a pretty good job at fighting. So after all that, something weird happened. She breaks the fourth wall and she's talking to us. And she's like, well, no, actually, I'm missing a big part. So she's sitting up on this billboard and she's talking to him and he's still in his suit. She's out of her out of her She-Hulk mode. And she's like, well, thank you, whatever. So, when are you leaving or when are you going back to New York? And he's like, oh, when I come back, maybe we can get dinner. And she's like, let's just skip all that. So she basically wants to have a one-night stand. And they proceed to do so. And I'm just like, girl, like, is this what's going to happen now from now on? So anyway, so they're doing this. And the next day you see him walking barefoot. And I'm like, I kind of felt weird about that part because I'm like, I don't like that they made him have the walk of shame. Like he should have had more of a, he's Daredevil. Like he should have had a better exit out of that situation than watching him do the walk of shame. He's walking around with no shoes on. I'm just like, that's something that a female would do. That's something that a girl would do. So I don't know. I didn't like that too much. I mean, I didn't care for that. I was like, really? Like, he's walking out here without his shoes. So then she's in her apartment. Her girl shows up, and apparently it's time for this gala. So she's got to get ready, and there's more to this story. So they go to this gala. They go to this spot to where they're having this. You know, she's being recognized for one of the best, or one of the best lawyers, female lawyers, or something like that. So she's in there, and they're calling not just her, but a whole bunch of other female lawyers. So they all got trophies, and they're all talking. And all of a sudden, when she gets the mic, you see that on the screen, they start showing like her whole dating app, her sex video, like all this stuff, the stuff that Josh did. Like, this is all Josh's doing, I'm sure. And whoever else is on his team or whatever this is. So now she gets really mad. This is probably the worst I've seen her. She breaks the screen. She's going crazy. Then she goes outside and she tries to chase one of the guys that's taking videos of her. And she gets outside, and eventually they're trying to like calm her down. And it was just one of those things where I was just like, oh my God, she's about to lose it. She's about to lose her stuff. And that's where it ends. She's outside. They've got, I don't know if these are military dudes or what, but yeah, it was really interesting to see her in that light. I don't know how she's going to get out of this. I don't know what's going to happen to her. This is probably the worst that her law firm has seen her act like. And she was ready to rip like everyone's heads off. So now I can only assume that they're going to try to figure out who did this, what happened, whether she still has a job after her tearing all that stuff apart. Who knows? But we're going to have to find out in the next episode. But anyway, I enjoyed it nonetheless. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought. If you enjoyed my review, let me know. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later.